Hydor. This is an internal aquarium filter, and on my search for the best filter I can find, this came out. So this is meant for 120 to 200 litres, so any tank on that. It's got some nice little specs there with an anti-waste. There's some details there, which I'll just pause over slightly. There you go. So we're going to open the box and have a look what's inside. Okay, so it comes with some very basic instructions. There's the construction there. You can pause this for any reason you need to. It's quite a tall unit, but the reason I got this is because this is a corner fitment. So I want to see how good a corner fitment this unit actually is. So bear with me, I'm just going to get the suckers in. Oh, this is what you get in the bag. So you get the suckers, there's 4 of those, quite small. A bag of carbon, you only need carbon if you're medicating the tank. A duck bill, and a piece of tube, which goes on there. Now, if I'm right, this, yeah, look, this will go up and down for fast and slow applications. There you go, slow, fast, that's it. And that just looks like a really big piece of sponge. So we'll have a quick look at that as well. Okay, just a point of note, these push into here. They're quite tight and this is quite flimsy, so be very careful, okay? But being a corner fitment, it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to strip down the other part of the filter now and we'll have a look, because it's quite thin at the bottom. Let me get the tape measure out in a minute. We'll have a look. I'll give you some measurements on this as well. Just a point of note again. There you go. That is how tall it is. So 13 inches or 33 centimeters. So remember, that's the water volume. So if you've got gravel, you're going to have to raise it up, and so on and so forth. Okay. The bottom part there is about 7 centimeters, just under 3 inch, about 2.5. All right, let's strip it down and have a look inside. Okay, I've stripped it down to its many components, and there's the pump itself with the motor. Okay, now this is going to sound a bit strange because I can't fathom how this actually works very well, because there's no holes in this piece at all. Okay, and that is your phone. All right, so, and that goes in there like that. Okay, all the way down, and the water then comes in here, goes down the bottom here and into this. Okay, and then gets sucked up in the same spot. Okay, so it goes down the outside, the water comes through the filter and then gets sucked up the top and goes back out to the nozzle. Now that is also where your carbon would go, okay, or any other biomedia, which isn't going to be a lot. So this is just another powered sponge filter, really. Okay, and also it has to be completely submerged, because if that's where the water's coming in, it may actually be okay to suck some of the surface scum off. Okay, but we're going to check that in a minute. Okay, it's got about 30 pores per inch. It's a very coarse foam. So, but yeah, well, we'll see about that. The only good thing I can see about this, the 2 things that I like so far, okay, is obviously when you clean this, all the muck's still contained in here, so you can actually wash it off no problem. And the corner unit, it's a corner unit itself. I don't know why you bother having these, because that makes no sense as well. Okay, so I'm going to put it all back together and we're going to get it into some water and see what kind of flow we're getting out of this. Okay, another little thing that I've got to mention. So this, okay, if you watch, is actually getting pushed off by the sponge. So I'm hoping that the water sort of deadens it down a little bit. Again, we're going to get in and have a look, okay? Okay, so I've got this all back together, and unfortunately, as you can see, this just keeps falling off. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm not holding much anticipation of any kind of quality in the tank, so I'm going to put it into the sink and we'll try it in there, and hopefully I can give you some results, but so far no good. Okay, so we do have a couple of problems first. First of all, I couldn't get enough water in my sink to make this stand up properly as it should be. But even then, when I did, these suckers wouldn't stick on the side. Now, it could be because they're slightly rounded, so you have to have perfectly square ones. So I'm going to turn it on and give you a flow test. So that is on its high. So it's got a hell of a lot of flow, and that's its low flow. Now obviously over time that's going to change, because that sponge is going to get mucky quite quickly. And also I've noticed there's a lot of spill out here, which is coming from this. Let's see if it trenches when I put it up. See that? Okay, so let's just put my finger over that. No, look. So two things I see mainly wrong with this. The first thing is the suckers need to be a bit more proud, and it needs to have the induction, the grill at the back, which is, let me have a look, just under there. I don't know if you can see that. There. Needs to be further down. Yeah, it's just filled up with air now, so now it's floating. Now the other problem I had, let me switch this off. The other problem that I had with it is getting it primed, because you have to fill up that. There's no holes in this, so you have to fill it all up. What I would have done is I would have made this solid, and I would have made holes in the bottom. I mean, that's why you have this anyway, isn't it? Now you can move this as well. Let me show you. Let me take this up. When this is in here like that, you can actually turn it like that. I don't think you see the rotation on that. It's got quite a lot of rotation, about 90. So you can go and put flow in any part of your tank you need. And of course this has 3, so low, medium and high. But as we speak, there you go, I've got the suckers, yeah, it just keeps coming away. Ooh. And this, when you move it anywhere, it comes loose. I don't know if you can see that, it's loose already. So, sorry, thumbs down for me. Sorry, Hydor. I think Hydor need to have a look at the engineering, and maybe buy some other filters and have a look at their tech. But I do like the corner mount. You just got to change these, make them slightly proud, maybe 1 millimetre each one, then they'll sit in any tank. Thanks for watching, guys.